Y'all, Scott here. Today I am doing a tier list of my series, or like the canonical universe of Luigi and Batman, which is like not exactly not like specific to the series Luigi and Batman. It's to the whole universe, which is like or like shared universe. I don't know how to call it, but we have multiple series. You got Luigi and Batman, of course. You got the Slugs, which only has one episode. I'll probably make another episode sometime. And some of the matches. And yeah, I don't have anything else to explain. So let's start off the list with Luigi. There's really not much I can say about Luigi. He's the titular main character and has had the first line in every episode, except for the first episode with Ramona. And I think he is just a solid B tier. There's not much to his character besides being 2 years old, according to Batman. And speaking of Batman, hey Batman, what's up? And I'm not even gonna say anything. Batman gets an S tier, easy S. Probably the most important character to the series by a landslide. I mean, he's a wise old man. How is that not like immediately important? And also, for like the order of like ranking, or like the order I'm going in is like by canonical appearance, like, well, not canonical appearance, like their first like official appearance. And then we have Pac-Man, who is the antagonist of Luigi and Batman specifically. He will also get an S tier, purely because it's Pac-Man, and he is an example of why drugs are bad. You start killing people and shit. Then we got George, whose first appearance wasn't in Luigi and Batman or the Slugs episode 1. It was the first match. And in his debut appearance, he was absolutely pointless and was just a one-off gag. So if we were going by first appearance, George would probably be like in the E or F tier range. But since he gets more character in the Slugs and like more screen time and more development, he's kind of whatever. He gets like a C. Then we got Michael Jordan, whose first appearance was also in first match, and we'll probably explain how he went from the first match to the Eiffel Tower. We'll explain that later in like a different episode of Luigi and Batman. But right now, Jordan also gets a B, because he just doesn't really add anything to the trio. Because Batman, he's practically the leader of the group. I mean, everybody is equal in the trio, but he's like the titular, like more recognizable character. Then Luigi, he's the goofy, cowardly dude, and Jordan, he's kind of just there to make like dumb one-liners. Maybe he should like elaborate more on his character later on. Maybe we can give him a whole like arc. Then you got the super heavyweight champion Rex, who has had 2 appearances. His first one was in the first match. His second appearance was in the Wingstop disaster. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing this tier list like without joking like whatsoever. My genuine opinion of all these characters. And like right now, heavyweight champion Rex gets a D. Literally no character besides fight me. And that he's a super heavyweight champion. Like, all we really know about him is he's a super heavyweight champion, and that he cheated George off of his first match. Then we got Nacho, who I think was in the second match. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the second match. Which isn't really canon. Well, it is canon, but it's not like in the timeline of Luigi and Batman. It's kind of like a side story. And right now, like, this is like a like season like very early on tier list, kind of like a day one Smash Bros tier list. This is practically what I'm doing with the characters in Luigi and Batman. So I'm ranking them based on their character now, because who knows, they might get a glow up later on. And right now, Nacho also gets a D, right above Rex, because he at least had better lines and had his own character. That is, it fight me. And then we got Ramona, who appeared in the second episode, Along Came Jordan, as kind of like a one-off character, which isn't the intention. She's like in her beginning, in her like first appearance, she is meant to be like just a random character that like later on becomes very important to the plot. And right now, she gets like a C, maybe a low B, because she doesn't add anything to her like backstory-esque episode. And it really just shows what happened after she escaped, after like she ran away from Luigi and Batman and Jordan. And then we go to the Gundams. We got Sabertron, and all these Gundams are from my boy Jack Shuichi from the channel Jack Shuichi. Go watch his stuff. It's pretty like whatever. I think his content has gotten better ever since I told him to actually make the characters say things instead of. So anyways, go to the Gundams. Androids. We got the androids. First is Sabertron, who has probably the most character out of all these androids. He gets a C. Then we got 22. Pretty hard, because I'm going to have to say F. Then we got Icarus, who is voiced by me. She means both Sabertron and Icarus are voiced by me. And we got, for Icarus, he gets a D. Just not much going on with these Gundams. And then we got Paxton. My boy Jack Shuichi says Paxion. He is wrong. It is pronounced Paxton. I named the character. His name was supposed to be Paxton, but he said Paxion, which honestly sounds stupider than Jupiter. But that said, Paxton as a character, kind of tough to say. I'm like between low C and just D. Yep, D. Actually above Nacho. Then you got Goku Black, who I think in the Wingstop disaster turned into a car, sponsored by NordVPN. So there could be some cool character stuff I can do with that. But the only thing going for him is that he's a jetpack and has a stupidly bad British impression, so he gets an E. Then we got Happy Feet, whose first appearance was in the Slugs. Oh yeah, for the Gundams, their first appearance was in the Idiot Ambush, Luigi and Batman episode 4. Yeah, episode 4, I think it is episode 4. I'm not going to check. It's episode 4, Idiot Ambush, part 1. And Happy Feet was in the Slugs episode 1. He's one of the main dudes from the trio. And he adds absolutely nothing. He's just kind of there. It's like the 5th Beetle, if the Beatles is only 3. So he gets an E. And then there's Steve, which A tier, no questions asked. Then we got Mario, who appeared in the Slugs as the main antagonist of the first season. Who knows? Who knows? If the Slugs actually gets a series, if it becomes a series, who knows? Then we got Mario. He's kind of just like a worse version of Luigi. He gets D. Then we got Giga Brad, S, no questions asked. Then we got Jiren, who was in episode 6, I believe. I think it's called Why Not Give Ramona a Chance, episode 6. He was killed by Pac-Man after trying to defend Ramona, even though Ramona was realistically in no danger, because Pac-Man is a gentleman, even if he's on crack. So like, Jiren just kind of killed himself for no reason, and he's like not going to be in the series any longer. So like, just give him the F tier already. So like, these are so far the characters for Luigi and Batman, the universe. I mean, the universe which we will call the apple cider verse. The apple cider verse. Ooh, yeah, we're calling it the apple cider verse. Because this so far consists of match, the first match, second match, Luigi and Batman the series, and the slugs. That is so far everything that is involved in this universe. So thanks for this tier list. This was a short vid just because I thought it would be funny, and so that you guys can make your own tier list. Remember, like and subscribe, and make sure to demolish that like button. Good.